Hello, I'm Ali Langdon. Welcome to A Current Affair. At the height of his career, he had his own national radio show and starred in an award-winning sitcom. But one seriously sexist and offensive joke ended it all. Marty Sheargold's crude sledge of our national women's soccer team, the Matildas, offended many people, me included. A year later, he's still banned from the airwaves, forced to take his one-man show on the road to pay the bills. So, should there be redemption? Or are some comments so offensive, a second chance is out of the question? Tonight you decide. Has cancel culture gone too far?
This is a fancy mic stand.
Marty Sheargold, back behind the mic for the first time in over a year. Marty, I was hoping to ease into this interview, but you've just turned up and said, let's rip the scab off.
Yes, come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's do it, Steve.
OK.
Because I've got no comment.
If only Sheargold had put a sock in it 12 months ago, when he crudely sledged the Matildas footy team on his national radio show.
The Asian Cup. I'd rather hammer a nail through the head of my than watch that. Got any men's sport?
Sheargold became public enemy number one.
They were just shocking comments that anyone could think it, let alone say it.
Sexist, misogynistic takedown.
It's disgusting, it is revolting, and we now know that it is completely unacceptable.
Sheargold lost his radio show and his livelihood. The old school shock jock was cancelled. We didn't hear from you.
No, and that was a choice.
This is Marty Sheargold's first TV interview since the controversy. I know you apologised.
Yeah.
But do you really mean it?
To that playing group and the extended group of the Matildas, yeah, I apologise. But to people that are offended by that on the outside of that group, come on.
Do you accept it was a gag that just wasn't funny?
Yeah, well, I accept that for some people that's what it was, yeah. I accept that some people were genuinely offended by what I thought was a joke.
Why she chose. Now,
Sheargold had previously used the same quote about the England men's cricket team.
So I was trying to build it in as just the idea of how little you want to watch something. And I get why people are offended. You've got to be careful when you're taking pot shots at sport, women's sport particularly, because I want young kids to dream and aspire to be part of those kind of things. I just don't want to pay for a ticket and go and watch it myself, Steve.
Sheargold's hoping people will watch his new stand-up gigs on his aptly named Red Card Tour. It's a wet night in Wyong on the New South Wales Central Coast. The 500-seat venue is sold out.
Steve, I've had women stop me in the street and say, I felt like we'd been bundled into this big collective and cohort of people that don't have a sense of humour.
Please welcome to the stage, Marty Sheargold!
Sheargold leans into the cancellation controversy throughout the gig.
So it's almost 12 months ago to the day, and that's why Current Affair are here, because they've very kindly decided to either me over or help me. I'm not sure how it's going to end up.
Marty, what's the difference in what you said on radio compared to saying what you said in a theatre in stand-up?
The great myth about radio is ratings. If you're selling ads, you've got a job for life. So I think when you're deterring clients and pushing clients away in that world, you're going to lose your job. But here, in this world, it's not broadcast. You've chosen to come and see me. Fair warning, buyer beware. You can get up and walk out anytime you like.
Sheargold's made a decent living bouncing around between misogynistic or tactless personas. Here he is in the hit comedy series Fisk, starring Kitty Flanagan.
So, because my new lady love also...
Mate, don't say lady love.
What do you want me to call her? My lover?
No.
My beloved?
Yuck.
My boo?
Kitty was good. She was like, wow, this has blown up. I was like, I know.
Sheargold's public evisceration included rumours of alcohol abuse.
What I'm great at, Steve, extraordinary at, is starting drinking. What I'm terrible at is stopping drinking.
I'm nearly 2 years sober. Yeah, if this was Oprah, I would have got a car for that, guys. Don't bother, it's boring. Honestly, hook in.
The many who piled on didn't have to dig deep for extra ammo.
God, don't ladies carry on. Jesus Christ, there is no end of it. Honestly, endometriosis, and this is controversial.
Don't say.
No, I'm going to say it. It's controversial.
Yeah.
It's made up.
When I was in the radio, I was playing the character of Marty Sheargold. People just think you are who you are when you turn up to work, and clearly I'm, not sitting at home telling my 2 daughters that endometriosis isn't real.
But it was his comments about the Matildas that clinched his cancellation. Is making that comment one of your regrets?
The comment itself, no. The fallout from it, yeah. For not only me, but for the team that I was working in, for their reputations, for the company and for the kids. But yeah, if I had any regrets, it would be the exit from the business and also personally the effect it had on the kids, for them to sort of have their dad be cancelled, as it were. That's not a real badge of honour when you're wandering around the playground, I wouldn't have thought.
How did you handle that?
Well, we just, circled the wagons. And they know me, so they know, that I'm not a misogynist and I'm not sexist and I'm not whatever the other sort of, commentary that was levelled at me.
Sheargold holds no grudges and makes no excuses for his words.
I think that's funny. Sue me. Well, yeah, or fire me.
But he says his dad's death days before the radio gaffe provides some context.
God love him. I will miss him. Jesus. What an ally.
I wasn't thinking that was offensive. I just wasn't thinking full stop. There would have been no point in me 12 months ago sitting down trying to have this chat with you. Well, one, I would have been in a very different headspace, having had time to really process it. And two, it would have just looked defensive and awful and you can't cry foul when you've been the bloke that I was for so many years, Steve, and then the business turns around and bites you on the arse.
Wow, indeed, madam.
Sheargold might be free from commercial radio handcuffs, but he's worried about the impact cancel culture is having on comedy.
Ricky Gervais has got the great quote about this, and I actually talk about this in the show. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah, hey, don't. Ricky's not here. He doesn't care that you love that. And I'm not going to tell him I'm using his stuff. And the first 20 minutes was Robin Williams.
That brings us to the whole woke conversation, doesn't it?
I think woke certainly has a place, but I think you want to be careful.
There's people out there that would say, you don't deserve a second chance, Marty.
Which is, to me, ridiculous. Jesus Christ, can you be cancelled twice, Steve? It'd be pretty extraordinary.
You weren't filming that, Steve? I'm just mucking around.
Sheargold's grateful for the lifeline stand-ups thrown him because he accepts a return to radio and TV gigs alongside longtime friends like Kitty Flanagan is unlikely.
I think she would have me in the show, but I don't know that the people producing the show would want that. I don't know that the ABC would want that.
It appears neither would the Prime Minister.
Completely unacceptable.
Whose comments at the time still irk Sheargold.
His office sent me a Christmas card, so I thought we were mates.
Here you go, Albo. If you bring in hate speech legislation to change the tone of the conversation that's taking part in Australia now, you need to go 3 doors up the hallway and stick your head into Pauline's office and find out what's going on in there.
Clearly you're an intelligent bloke. Have you learned anything, Marty, since the incident?
Yeah, I've learned that there's various times in your life where you think you might have hit rock bottom. Well, sometimes you find out you haven't.
Intelligence is knowing that tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad.
Mate, I've just got to get a pen. No, but that is really true. You kind of go two ways, can't you? You can kind of go, well, I care and I want to change the shape of what I'm doing, or you can say, you know, I care, but I'm happy with how I'm going.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
So where do you sit on this one? Obviously, there are some who will never forgive, others right now saying move on. We've been running an online poll asking, has Marty Sheargold done his time? And so far, the yes and no's are split down the middle, would you believe, 50-50.